Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bear County Court of Law number 6. I'm Judge Wayne Christian. We're doing pleas. The first case we have set at this time is cause 654-682, State of Texas versus Brandon King, represented by Mr.
Yes, sir.
Joseph. And the first document, I'm looking at is entitled Defendant's Consent to Plea by Video Conference, that purports to have both Mr. King's signature and Mr. Stateson's signature on it. In fact, Mr. King, is this your signature on this document, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
Can you hear me, Mr. King?
Yes, sir, it is. It's my signature.
On the defendant's consent to plea by video conference, did you sign that document, sir?
Yes, sir, I did.
You did. Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Statesson, as attorney for Mr. King, is this your signature on this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. King, the next document I have is entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions, that purports to have your signature on the back, effectively waiving certain constitutional rights you must waive in order to enter a plea before this court. In fact, sir, is this your signature on this document also?
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you. By signing this document, are you telling me that you've had enough time to either read this document or have it read to you in its entirety? If you had any questions about what was on this document, those questions were answered to your satisfaction by your attorney, Mr. Statesson, so that in signing this document, you're telling me that you agree with and understand everything on this document. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
Thank you. Mr. Statesson,
Yes,
as attorney for Mr. King, have you had enough time to go over this case with him? And in your opinion, is he mentally competent?
I have, Your Honor, and he is.
Mr. King, are you a United States citizen, sir?
Yes, sir, I am.
Thank you. And Mr. Statesson, has the state fully complied with discovery for you on this case?
Yes, they have.
Mr. King, to the charge of theft of mail at 10 addresses, how do you plead, sir?
No contest.
Is there an agreement for Mr. King?
There is, Judge. The agreement is a $300 fine plus court costs, 10 months deferred adjudication, an ATSE course, a cognitive thinking course, 40 hours of community service, and no contact with Amanda Morales.
Who is Amanda Morales? Is that someone that he was allegedly doing these little colorful things with?
Yes, Judge.
And Mr. Statesson, is that your understanding of the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
Mr. King, in cause 654-682, the court accepts your plea of no contest to the offense of theft of mail at 10 addresses. Although I have enough evidence to find you guilty, I'm going to withhold a finding of guilt, place you on 10 months, deferred adjudication probation, assess a $300 fine plus court costs, 40 hours community service, the ATSE anti-theft course, the cognitive thinking course, in order to have no contact with Amanda Morales during the term of your probation. Anything further from the state of the defense on Mr. King?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
And
Your
Judge,
Honor, may I give him the probation information?
Please.
Okay, Mr. King, probation should be contacting you within the next 48 hours.
Yes,
So they
ma'am.
can set up your orientation and go over everything with you. If they do not
Okay.
contact, if they don't contact you within that 48 hours, then I would say probably maybe by Friday afternoon or Monday morning at least, you need to call them. And I have sent
Okay.
them a phone number, which is 210-335-7446. Mr. Statesson also has it if you need it. And
Okay.
you call them and tell them that you were granted probation today. Because if you do not contact them and they have not contacted you, they may issue a warrant for your arrest, and we don't want that to happen.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, Pat.
Okay.
All right. Anything further from the state of the defense on Mr. King?
Nothing further from the state, Judge.
and Judge,
Thank you, Mr. Statesson. Y'all are dismissed.
yeah, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a wonderful day. Miss
do
Pat,
have
I'm
one
dropping the
question.
dismissals on the bench now.
I did have one question. I know, do I have to ask every time about community service, Judge, or is it just a given he can ask probation to purchase the community service?
On all participants Defendants in County Court 6, they have the ability to donate $10 per hour to designated court charities, which are primarily Special Operations Wounded Warrior Organization and Family Violence Prevention Organizations. Pat has a list, and his probation officer will have a